friends. So today I wanted to look at a couple of verses. I was thinking today, I was looking at, if we look at Psalms 119:71, and it says, it is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn my status. Which basically means sometimes when we go through hard times or difficulties, it's actually a good thing. Because why is it a good thing? Because it teaches us lessons, right? Say, for example, this might be a little extreme, but say you were in an abusive relationship, right? Then it teaches you after that abusive relationship what kind of relationship that you will never accept again, what kind of relationship that you shouldn't be in, right? And then the Bible also says to guard your heart and not to trust your heart. It says it's wicked. The exact word, it's in Proverbs 4:23. It says to guard your heart because, you have to just be more cautious of who you let in your life, basically, right? And if we also look at Jeremiah 17:9, it says the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who could know it? Which basically means sometimes, we fall for someone that's disrespectful, that's rude to us, that's out of control. But for some reason, we still love them. Our heart is wicked. Can't trust that, right? You have to go based off actions and positive actions, not someone that's not treating you right. Because at the end of the day, well, God is love. So it has to be someone that's loving to you. He wants someone that's kind to you, respectful to you, and loving to you, right? Who wants wrong for their child? Nobody does, right? So it doesn't make sense if you're in a toxic relationship, whether it's relationship, friendship, family, whatever it is. That's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have a great, peaceful life. So we have to remember to guard our heart and know that the heart is wicked, because sometimes we can love someone and care for someone, but they can be mentally draining. They can make us just miserable, right? But it's hard for them to let them go. That's why you have to be more choosy. You have to choose. And I remember the scripture also says the wise walks with something with knowledge. I forgot what that verse exactly. I have to look it up. But sometimes it is good that we get afflicted. It's a good thing when we go through hard times, because it becomes a lesson learned. But the key is you have to learn from those lessons. You can't keep repeating those behaviors. A lot of times if you keep attracting the same people, say you're dating new people, and for some reason all your exes seem the same, it's you. You have to change what you look for in a partner. You have to change your mindset. You have to reprogram your mindset, right? The way you reprogram your mindset, I know a lot of people are not going to want to hear this, is meditation helps you reprogram your mindset. Reading the scripture helps. And no one believes me when I say this, but there's scientific evidence. There's MRI exams that shows that it changes your brain function. It helps you regulate your emotions, and it can reprogram your memory. It's from a neurologist, a brain doctor is saying this. And they do an MRI exam of before and after. So it changes your brain structure. So you can do meditation. Start off, I do 40 minutes in the morning, but I always recommend 5 minutes. And then grow to 10 minutes and 15-20 minutes, and within time. I do 40 minutes now in the morning, but it took me 5 years to get here. And that's all part of our self-care too. We talk about a lot of self-care, self-love, I'm not trying to teach you guys to be selfish, but you have to be able to spend time with yourself and enjoy some time with yourself. And a lot of times, I know we don't understand why things happen, but at the end of the day, we have to trust God's plan, His plan for us. And I wish I would have known this sooner. I'm in my 40s. I know this now. I'm not embarrassed to say I'm 40, because I look better now than I did in my 20s, to me at least, I think. So it's just important to trust God's plan. And sometimes when bad things happen to us, it's to show us, it's to teach us a lesson. A lot of times it might be there to teach the other person a lesson. Maybe that goal, that thing that happened is to teach the other person a lesson. Whatever it is, you're supposed to trust God's plan, And, there's God and His angel, but you also have to remember there's also demon and his devils too. They're there too. There's Satan and his people too. So there's good and bad, basically. Another thing is, I think it's fascinating how the Bible teaches us everything about life. Like, for example, when it talks about it was good that I was afflicted. That's in the Holy Bible. That's in the King James Version. That's Psalms 119:71. It says that in the scripture. It was good that I was afflicted. It's good that you are afflicted. It's good that sometimes that you went through the things you went through, because it teaches us that everything happens for a reason. Either for you to learn those lessons, or for the persons to learn their lesson, or for something. And then also, on top of that, it makes you a bigger Christian, even stronger Christian, to go through all that and still be able to forgive, because you trust God's plan, and you trust and you casting your care onto Him. You're becoming a better Christian, a person you're meant to be, especially when you forgive, because you're showing, if God can forgive you for the sins that we do every day, then you have to be able to forgive them. And forgiveness, remember, it does not say what they did is okay. It does not excuse it. It does not make it okay. Forgiveness is for you, so you can find some healing, so you can move on with your life and have happiness and healing and move on. You know, no one wants their child to be stuck in the same place, and because you become angry, you become bitter. They are moving on with their life. They forgot all about it probably. They're not thinking about it. It affects you only. So forgiveness is for yourself. It's saying, I'm not okay with what you did, but I forgive you because my Father forgives me. God forgives me every day for my sins. I'm human. I make mistakes all the time. I sin with my mouth. I sin with, if you have lust in your heart. I mean, everything can be sinful, right? We just do that as humans. We're natural sinners. That's why Jesus died for us. So if we're natural sinners and He forgives us every day, and we try to become better versions of ourselves, then who are we not to forgive them? We have to forgive them in order for us to heal. And then once you heal for yourself and you say, I forgive you, not for you, but for me, and first for God, because He forgives me every day, and then for myself, so I can heal and become happy and move on with my life and have peace. When you do that, you're going to have a peaceful life, and nothing's going to bother you. But I know sometimes a lot of us went through really hard times, and it's really hard to forgive, but you have to see forgiveness. You can't see it as a weakness. I think a lot of times people think when they forgive someone, they think, oh, I'm excusing what they did, or I'm saying it's okay. And it's not saying what they did is okay. Okay? God, you put that in God's hands. Let God handle what He wants to do with them. That's not for you to handle. Okay? Your job is to be still. The scripture says, be content and be still. Right? And trust God. Cast your care on to Him. That's what it says, right? So we have to be still and give our trust and our everything to God and let Him handle it in His own time. Let Him deal with it. And just find forgiveness in your heart so you can move forward and have a great life, a peaceful life, amazing life, and you can just become the best version of yourself. Bye, guys.